morning, everybody, and welcome to the start of a brand new reading vlog. This is one that I've been super excited to film. Let's get into the books that I hope to read. The first book that I'm going to be switching in and out of is one that I am currently reading in a good ways through, and that is Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. This is book 2 in the Miss Lauren trilogy. So in the first book we follow two main characters, Kelsier and Vin, and they are known as Miss Lawrence. So in this world, elemency exists. So the magic system is when people digest metals, and then they can pull certain abilities from those metals when they can burn. People who are allowed to only burn one metal are called mistings, and then people who can sorry, Stella's looking for more food. And people who can burn 2 or more are called mistborns. So we follow the two mistborns as they try to overthrow the final empire and kill the Lord Ruler. So that's book 1, and book 2 kind of picks up where book 1 left off. I'm not sure how much I can mention in this book without spoiling, but I am about 350 pages into this, and it's like 700 and something pages, so I might not finish this one in this vlog. But the book that I'm going to be focusing on, especially for the next 24 hours, is going to be Ace of Spades by Frida Abiki Ayamadi. And this one I have been so excited to read, and I knew I needed to read it in a time where I no interruptions, so this is the perfect time for that. This is a YA thriller, and we are following 2 black students who go to a prestigious, basically all-white private school, and they are super smart. They are excelling, and then they start to receive mysterious text messages that I think them and the rest of the student body are starting to receive text messages from this anonymous individual who calls himself Aces. And Aces is sending out some secrets of these 2 students, and they are basically trying to figure out what this person wants, why they're doing what they're doing, and things like that. I've heard nothing but good things about this book. I will be primarily focusing on this one right here, and then if this gets to be too much, because I am a baby and the thrillers just sometimes I need a break, I will switch to the Well of Ascension and just go from there. But I just wanted to say hello and start this vlog, and I'm just so excited. This lighting is really bad. I'm so sorry. Okay, we'll go with it. But I have been reading all morning, and I think I'm about a third way through. I am stopped at part 2, and I have some thoughts and feelings. So this book is kind of what I expected, but kind of not. So we are following our 2 main characters, Chiamaka and Devon. And Devon is a musical geek type of person, and he kind of has lived his entire life within the shadows, and he's perfectly fine with not being noticed at the school, while Chiamaka, on the other hand, has more complexity. She feels that she needs to be manipulative and spiteful and just kind of like the mean girl in order to reach this status and get to the point where she wants to be in life, like popular, going to a good Ivy League college and everything like that. So she's kind of used to being snarky and stepping on everybody's foot and getting what she wants. So the book starts out, we get introduced to these two main characters, and they are named like head prefects of the school or whatever. And then we are shortly introduced to aces, and the first blast of text messages or whatever is directed at Devon, and I was not expecting how dark this story would be. Like, I knew that it would handle topics of racism and everything like that. I'm just getting myself situated. But I knew that there would be some hard-hitting topics of like racism and everything like that, but the secrets that are coming out, I did not expect that that was the road that we're going into. I just, at this point, I have no idea who Aces actually is, and just, it's, I have no idea. Like, both of them have very real fears of the secrets that are coming out about them, but it's just very, I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel. Like, it's engaging and I'm liking it, but I'm kind of waiting for things to pick up a little more and starting to get a bit more clues about who Aces actually is. And I think one thing that's super interesting to look at is how friendships and the friendship dynamics are kind of changing, especially for Chiyomaka, who feels that she has worked so hard to get where she is, to get the respect that she currently has, and she feels like that has just been taken away from her. I'm interested to see how that turns out for her, because she is kind of like a bitch. I'm not gonna lie, like she is, but I understand why she is and why she acts the way that she does. I like the dynamic of the two characters that this author chose to go with, because it's interesting to see the difference, like how these secrets affect their different lives, where you have Devon, who comes from a neighborhood that isn't the greatest, and his mom doesn't have a lot of money, and his dad is in jail, and how these secrets and what his fears are about these secrets getting out. And in comparison to Chiyomaka, who is a person of color, but she is a person of color with money, who has the big house, and how her friendships have changed, and how her friendship dynamics period just are absurd and not really based on friendship, rather than like a power play. Yeah, so I'm about a third way through. I am reading along with the audiobook, which I am really enjoying. I really like the audio. So if you're thinking about picking this up and I just don't want to sit and read, highly recommend the audiobook. But I am probably going to switch to Mistborn. Not Mistborn. I'm probably going to switch to the Well of Ascension for a little bit, just to give myself a little bit of a break. And then I kind of want to go to the bookstore. I want to see if I can find the third book to the Mistborn series, Hero of Ages. I think So I'm gonna head to a used bookstore and hopefully they have it, or I will just stop at Barnes and Noble and see, because I do want to have that book on deck, because I know once I finish this I'm just gonna automatically probably start the third book so I can finally finish the series. Oh, what? Okay. Whew. So I just finished part 2 and now I'm on part 3, obviously, because that comes after 2. Duh. But what the hell is going on? What is going on? Okay, so earlier I forgot to mention that I could see where the Gossip Girl was coming from, obviously, but I was confused about where the Get Out situation was coming from, and bitch, no. The reveals that we got at the end of part 2, just, I'm scared. I'm so scared. I don't know. I just I'm kind of stressed. I'm actually very stressed because, like, the book was slow in the beginning, but I know we're about to start getting some reveals and I truly don't know if I'm ready or if I can handle it. This is a lot. This is a lot. I'm actually scared, like I can't finish this. But I'm going to finish it. Like, I just don't have, oh, camera, battery not working. But I don't have much to go, clearly. But I'm just gonna turn off the camera. I'm gonna go eat, and then I'm most likely just gonna finish this book because what the fuck is going on? Who can I trust in this book? Who can I freaking trust? Oh, Terrell. What? Guys, what is actually happening? I literally have less than 50 pages left, and honestly, truly, I don't know. This lighting is super bad. I'm so sorry. So sorry. But I don't know. I don't. Why? What is the reason? Oh. Oh, this. Oh, shit. Good morning. It is now Monday. Last night well, not even last night, like in the evening, I managed to finish Ace of Spades, and there is a lot to unpack with this book. So this one isn't an all-time favorite, but I really enjoyed my time reading this. The plot twists at the end were just, I loved it. It was so crazy. I think the pitch of Gossip Girl meets Get Out is like 100% accurate, but you won't really get the Get Out section until like midway through the book, and then it's just insane. So there are a couple of problems that I had with this. Well, not really problems, just things that I wish we had more of. Also, Chiyomaka as a character herself, I just wish there was more development for her character, in the sense of how she thought herself better than Devon because of her living situation and things like that. And she would always poke like, oh, why are you wearing those shoes? Or especially when she would say things like, I don't want to go to that neighborhood, or it makes me uncomfortable, and things like that. I kind of wish we kind of gotten like a rounded off version of that, where she started like just a come to Jesus moment, if you will. So her character was kind of frustrating. I know some people really like her character, but I like Devon more, and Chiyomaka kind of just, she didn't do it for me. I loved it. Highly recommend. And then afterwards I read about 50 more pages of The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson, and this is frustrating. So I think my main gripe with this book is that we keep going back and forth in Vince's head of, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm this, I'm that, but she never really expresses her fears or uncertainties with Alind. And it's like she will get upset without like expressing why she's upset, and like it's frustrating because I know that if she does say these things to Alind, he will be able to understand and like kind of change his behavior. So that's kind of frustrating. And then the other frustrating part is Alind himself. Alind? I don't know how I'm saying this right. Alind himself, he just like this whole good guy philosophical, wants to be fair to everyone. Like, I get it and you're great for doing it, but sometimes I just want him to lie. Like, just it's not like, I don't understand why he's making it so hard. He's making it so hard. And yeah, so I'm interested to see where the rest of, like, I think I have like 400 pages or so left, so I'm over halfway. So I'm interested to see how this ends up, but for now it's kind of just moving super slow, and I don't know, this seems like a very middle book. So I'm hoping it starts to pick up soon towards the end, and I'll probably end up ordering the third book because I couldn't find it at Half Price Books or my used bookstore. So yeah. Oh, I forgot. I did start the Spanish Love Deception, and I got about 26% in, and I am DNFing this book. It's not working for me. I've seen so many rave reviews on this book, and it's not for me at all. So we were following our main character, I forgot her name, Lena, Catalina, but she goes by Lena, and she needs a date to her sister's wedding. So she needs a date for her sister's wedding, and one of her workplace nemesis, Aaron, offers to be her date, and the story goes on from there. First of all, we only get one point of view, okay? We only get Lena's, and she annoys me so much. I could not do it. I kept waiting for us to get Aaron's chapters, and they just never came, and then I realized that it's only Lena's that we're getting. So I didn't like that. I just didn't feel the connection. I didn't feel a connection between the two characters at all, even though they didn't like each other in the beginning. Like, you can kind of, you know how when it's like enemies to lovers, you can kind of tell like the undertone that they really, you know, like each other. I didn't get that with this book, so I didn't like that. And then I also didn't like how the book started. It just, I feel like we didn't really get a chance to know the characters or get to know them and get to know their relationship beforehand, before this whole I'll come to your sister's wedding with you type of thing. So it just felt like we jumped right into the story, and for it being as long as it is, I just don't know what else they were going to tell me, and I just didn't like it. I've seen the rave reviews, and maybe I just got the wrong book or something, but unpopular opinion, didn't work for me. I had to DNF, and I most likely won't be picking it back up. So it is the end of the day on Monday, and I'm hopping on to finally end this vlog. I didn't get much reading done, but I will probably continue more during the week. But it was a really nice, relaxing, content heavy day. I did make a new bookstagram account on Instagram, obviously, so that will be linked in the description box below, or you can find me at jerso.sando.reads. Gonna try to be consistent on there as well. But yeah, that's what I spent a majority of today doing. I'm going to read a little bit before I eventually fall asleep because I'm so tired and it's really late. But I just wanted to come on and end this vlog. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know what you were able to read this past weekend, or maybe even last week. Leave it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you aren't, and I'll see you guys with another video soon. Bye!